Callum, a point in the end. What did you make of it?
Yeah, it was just one of them typical League Two games. I think both sides tried to win the game. We had a few sloppy passes at times. We weren't at our absolute best, but it was just one of them games, and they had a game plan. I think they tried to slow the game down in periods and try and make it difficult for us, which we've got to expect now because we've got obviously we've got a really good team. We've been doing well, and we've got to expect that. But yeah, take the point, and if you can't get all 3 points, don't lose, I suppose. I think that's what the manager says, and we'll take the point.
You look to start the game well from the off.
Yeah, we obviously try and come out the blocks quick, and we started pretty well, I think, from what I can remember. They had a good game plan in just trying to move us around as a back four, I think, and just trying to get in the little pockets and try and disrupt the way we play. Obviously, I'm no doubt they'll have watched us and analysed us to try and stop us, and that's what teams will do. But we started well, obviously got the goal, and then just a bit sloppy at times. But the pitch is, especially on this near side, isn't easy to play on. So we've just got to play the pitch as well as we can, and try and grind out those points and those 3 points when we can.
There looked a fair shout for a penalty on you inside the opening quarter of an hour. Take us through that from your perspective.
Yeah, I've just actually said to their lad there, and he just gave me a smile. I think he knew it was a penalty. I just took that extra touch. I was going to cross it, and I thought I'm going to take an extra touch. I've took the extra touch, and he didn't expect it, and his knees hit my knee, which just took me down. I think I looked at the referee, and he's looked at the linesman, so I think he was waiting for the linesman to give it. The linesman didn't make the decision, but it's a penalty.
5 or 6 minutes later or so, you gave Stags the upper hand following a wonderful cross from Stephen Quinn. You still had work to do. It was a fine header from a tight angle, it looked.
Yeah, it was a great ball by Quinny. I just sort of gambled on it because I know what quality he has, and the lads just switched off at the back stick there. I've just gambled on Quinny putting that ball in, which he does, and just try to hit the target and make sure it's on target, and luckily it was. So it was nice to get the goal. After
that, Doncaster seemed to come into the game a bit more, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had a game plan, I think. They got in some good spaces, and they came into it. We weren't at our absolute best. I think sometimes we were sloppy. We could have been better, which is understandable. You're not going to play well every game, but they did come into it, and they have some good players. I think when you look at their squad, I think their league position is probably a little bit false with some of the players they've got. They've got a couple of lads who I've played with in League One who were good players, and they showed their quality at times.
Ironically, Stags were superior in the second period, didn't you feel? But it was the half in which you conceded.
Yeah, I did. I felt like we were going to get that second goal and really kill the game off. But they got the goal, just got a bit of I think Flinty blocked it, and then it fell to their lad from what I can remember. Just couldn't get that winning goal. We had a few half chances. We tried to win, and we couldn't, so we'll take the point.
Yeah, you had another opportunity, not too dissimilar to the goal in the second half. A ball from the left-hand side and another header from an acute angle. You sent it deeper into that goal area.
Yeah, it was similar to angle to Quinny's the other week, I think, at Sutton when I've crossed it. I just didn't have the technique of the spin he had when he just span it in there. I've just tried to put it across. I didn't actually see what happened because I've ended up on the floor, but I've just tried to get it as close to the goal line as I could. I didn't see what happened after that, but unfortunately no one was there to just nod it in. But yeah, I'll have to ask Quinny how he got the spin on that header last week.
Did you think Stags would get a winner? Because in those closing stages you were throwing pretty much everything at it.
Yeah, I did. You always feel like we're going to get that goal because of the quality we've got. We always have to have that belief, and unfortunately we couldn't quite get it today. But we always believe with the players we've got, the quality we've got, we'll have someone will produce something. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be today.
Looking at the festive period on the whole so far, Callum, you've got to be so encouraged and heartened with the points return and the performances. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Try not to look back, though. We'll just be looking forward. I think Stockport's obviously a big game to look forward to. But so far, it's been good, and we've just got to keep our heads down and look forward. And for you, on a personal note, you're having a good run in the side now, aren't you? You got an assist the other week against Sutton, that one was recorded, and today a goal.
Yeah, it's nice. I've just said there. I want to get goals and assists. Obviously, first and foremost, clean sheets, which we didn't get today, which is what I pride myself on. But then also I want to chip in with more assists and more goals, which I mentioned in an interview a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully I can keep that going.
It's got to be a proud stat as well for you and the rest of the boys to have been defeated only. I know it niggles you, but you've been defeated only once at Swindon so far this season in the league. Yeah,
it does niggle actually. Just that one defeat. I still think about it as a sort of. It should be none. It should be no defeats. But it is a stat to be proud of, and there's no point in looking at it now. It's only halfway through the season. If we can keep that to one by the end of the season, I'm sure we will be happy then.
And finally, on to New Year's Day, the big match at Stockport County. First versus second now. Doubtless the pick of the day in Sky Bet League 2. It's a mouth-watering prospect. Is that the same for the players?
Yeah, definitely. They're the games you want to play, and you know, as a player, that's what you look forward to. There'll be a big crowd. Obviously, we'll take a big crowd as well, and it's just one of those games you have to look forward to as a player. That's what you play for. Them big games, and they've got a good squad, and I'm sure it'll be a tough game, but a good game.
What are you expecting from them?
Well, I think they'll be a lot better than they were in the first game when we played them. They've got I know a couple of lads there. They've got some good players. They've got some good technicians, and they play three at the back usually with wing backs, and they've got some pace up front as well, and they've got some power. And I think they'll try and play and get forward. And I'm sure we'll look at them before the game and suss out what we're going to do to try and stop them and pose a threat on them.
Thanks, Callum. Well done on the goal. Happy New Year to you.
Cheers, Steve. Well, you too.